Welcome to cooking cheap, easy, and tasty meals. Okay, I'm going to make chicken and sausage stew. Start with, I'm going to set our range to about 7.5. I'm going to put a little olive oil in the bottom. I'm going to brown the meat. I've got two kinds of meat. I've got an Italian sausage. I'm going to drop it in pieces. I took a piece of sausage and cut the skin off of it. It's an Italian sausage I get from a local store in Baton Rouge called Calandro's, which makes a really nice Italian sausage. And to that, I'm going to add one breast of chicken that I've cut into pieces. I'll turn it down a little bit now, separate it up into different pieces. Make sure that that all gets browned. While I'm doing that, I'm going to add a little salt. I'm going to add a little pepper. Now the sausage is an Italian sausage, so it has seasoning already that we'll add to this. All I'm trying to do is get this browned, nothing more. If you've watched me before, you know I almost exclusively use better than bouillon to make my chicken broth or beef broth or vegetable broth. Just easy and convenient. If you're not going to make it yourself, that's the second best thing. Okay, now I'm going to take this off and put it into a bowl. I'm going to use it later. Don't forget, don't waste the juices. Don't dump them out. Either keep them in with the meat or leave them in the pan so you can use them in a minute. Okay, now the meat's out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add onion, and we're going to add our carrots and celery. I'm going to cook that for 5 or 6 minutes. Again, we're going to season that with salt and pepper. Notice we're building up a little fond at the bottom. We're going to pick that up at the point where we add water to it. The next thing we're going to add is garlic. Now I've roasted some garlic, and I'm going to use some pods of roasted garlic to this. And I'm going to squeeze out. Nice and messy, but really much better than, a lot sweeter I think than plain garlic. Also, you have just plain bread and toast it, put a little butter on it, put a little of the roasted garlic on top, a little salt and pepper. You've got some serious toast. Some progress there. Now we're going to add some paprika. Add 1 teaspoon of regular paprika. Now you could mix various types of paprika in there if you like different kinds. I'm just using the regular sweet paprika, but there's lots of kinds of paprika you could use. That would be really good. Put a little bit of flour in to coat it. So now we got all that. We got some seasoning. We got the celery, the carrot, and onions are all cooking down. Now I'm going to add my broth. You could add the water and then just put the better than bouillon in later. It's going to cook into it without any problem. So that's not an issue. Stir it, get that fond on the bottom of the pot. We're going to reduce the heat now to a simmer. We're going to add the potato. We'll add a Yukon Gold potato. It's been chopped up. I'm going to raise the heat. We're going to let it simmer for 15 or 20 minutes. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just a tiny bit, maybe half a cup. We'll have to adjust that later to see how thick it is. It's going to be a stew, so it's going to be thick, but this is pretty thick already. Now that seems to cut it a little better. All right, we're going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and I've checked, and the carrots and potatoes appear to be ready. So I'm going to add the meat, the cooked meat back, and let it finish cooking. I don't know that it's completely cooked. Don't forget to add all the juices that were in there. Stir it in, and we will get the flavor of the sausage in the stew. Tastes good. It's going to be fine. We'll let it cook for 10 more minutes, and then we'll take it off. So here we have a completed chicken and sausage stew. The potatoes are done. Onions, carrots. You could add a lot of different flavors to this, whatever you like. You can make it spicy. This has got paprika, but you could certainly add hot spices or sage or any number of other things. Now I think my Italian sausage has some of those seasonings in it, so it'll probably have some of those flavors. But you could adjust the flavor profile on this and get a lot of different dishes. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and give us a like. Thank you.